Welcome back, everybody. Well, it's been reinvented as a family and entertainment destination with water features, open-air amphitheatres and sculptured gardens. That's Melville's 27 boxes, which is the first of its kind made from shipping containers. It's carefully designed, its features to make it the ultimate eat, play and shopping location for residents and visitors to Melville. And to tell us more, we're joined by turnaround manager of the 27 boxes and owner of the Countess restaurant, Pretorius. Very good morning to you, Leon. Thank you so much for joining us.
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
Now, for those who may not know what 27 boxes is, take us through what it is.
Sure. 27 boxes is a very exciting retail concept constructed from recycled shipping containers. It was put down on the previous Van Smith Park about 2 years ago, and it's proven to be a very exciting proving ground for small businesses. And now we want to take this concept and make it accessible to the residents of Melville, and to make it really a place where people can come and relax and stroll in the beautiful garden and bring their kids to play and shop at some exciting retail opportunities.
So why did you decide to reinvent it from what it was originally in 2014?
Well, I think with all of these concepts, if you put something down for the first time, maybe everything isn't considered properly. So this was just brimming with so much potential, and we wanted to really unleash that potential. Some of the smaller things is, making it more accessible, making it more friendly to people, brighten it up a bit and open it up to the public so that it's really something very friendly to the neighborhood.
Okay, now take us through the process of reinventing and what the tenants and the committees look into. What are the considerations that you've actually embarked on when making the changes?
Right, well, yeah, that's very interesting. So actually we started this process about a year ago, and I'm a tenant there myself. I own a restaurant over there. It was a consultative process with some of the tenants and the stakeholders around the centre, like the Residents Association and other businesses in the area as well. So we really tried to see where the opportunities were to be unlocked. And really, I think, the first thing that came to our mind is, as a resident of Melville myself, I'm always looking for an interesting place to go to, some interesting things to see. And we really wanted to create something that's open and friendly, and embracing of the community. So really we had outside spaces that were unutilized, and that was the first thing we targeted. That's why we've spent a lot of energy on the kids' play park, which we don't have in Melville, and also the garden, interfacing on 3rd Avenue.
Oh, wow.
So that's really where the core focus was placed. And then, as I said, making it more open, more light and more accessible to people. And that's, what we see as the first phase of this, to fix the problems, to make it more accessible. And now we're really excited about phase 2, which is, getting the correct tenants in and making something that's really accessible and usable for people of the community.
And what are the notable changes that visitors can see?
Wow. So we started off with something that was quite closed. There was walls right around the center. It was very enclosed, and that's the first thing we took care of. Also from a stylistic point of view or an aesthetic perspective, we just simplified it and made it more human. So earlier we had dark reds and purples, which we eliminated completely. It's a much more subdued color palette, and it's very friendly. It's quite chic, I think, and it's very accessible. Lighting was considerably improved, and we added 2 more entrances, one from 3rd Avenue into the park area and one in 4th Avenue with a giant staircase leaping up into the child's play area. Also, we linked the child's play area and the garden, on 3rd Avenue, so there's a beautiful link between all aspects of the center. You can see right through it, almost from all perspectives, which is great. It's much more open and friendly.
And I think integrating the center with the community was a brilliant move, absolutely brilliant. How does the community benefit?
Well, I think, Melville is very interesting in some of the roads are quite narrow and parking is a bit of an issue sometimes. Also, we don't have a lot of open space to relax in. So I think that's the first thing is, there's now a beautiful, carefully considered public open space, and this is a public open space, okay, that people can access and come and enjoy themselves. That coupled with a 150 car parking garage in the basement makes it accessible and it makes it very easy to use. And we saw that yesterday with our public launch, which was a beautiful event. It was lovely, and kids and parents just frolicked around and they enjoyed the space a lot. It was really great fun.
And I know that as we speak, this is arousing so much interest right now. So are you the only people who do this initiative in the country? How do we get hold of you?
Are you talking about this recycled shipping container construction?
Yes.
I think a lot of people are starting to dabble in that. We've had some delegations from KwaZulu-Natal coming up and flying up in hordes of 20 and 25 people at a time to come and check this out. We had the MEC Jacob Mamabolo at our media event on Friday, and he was quite enthused about it as well. So certainly I think a lot of developers are going to focus on recycled shipping containers going forward in one way or another. And it's scalable, so you can start really tiny or do something quite large on the scale that has been done here.
Now, Leon, you also volunteered to be the turnaround manager. So what sort of challenges came with this role? And, given the fact that you are also a tenant?
Yes. Well, I think that was, it was a good marriage, so to speak, because I'd been very enthusiastic about the space for a long time. And, you see the kind of potential that's waiting to be, unbridled. So, I think the first thing really was to try and understand what the actual problems were and where the opportunities were lying or hidden as well. So that process really took us about 6 months, and it sounds like a very long time, but I think we consulted with a lot of different stakeholders, both from the city and from the neighborhood and from tenants and residents, etc. So that was really, I think, the biggest challenge is to get rid of, a perspective that the centre maybe wasn't working properly, and that it couldn't work, etc. And now we're, I think, in a much better position. So
any plans of taking it to other provinces?
Not at this point in time, but inquiries are coming in for that sort of thing.
Can you imagine?
Yeah, absolutely. Right. People are very excited about it. I'm excited about it as well. Sure. So I think we're headed for an interesting couple of months. With new tenants coming aboard and us finding our feet properly.
All right, Leon, great chatting to you this morning. Thank you so much for your time.
Great.
Oh, that's a turnaround manager of 27 Boxes and owner of the Countess Restaurant, Leon Pretorius, speaking to us about the centre's reinvented as a family and an entertainment destination with water features, open-air amphitheatres and sculptured gardens. This is Morning Live. Let's take a short break. We'll be right back.